Hey everyone, Michael Mansell here, and I want to wish everybody, including my own mother, a big happy Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day here in the United States, and I wanted to come and personally wish not only my own mother, which of course I've done personally as well, but also to all the other mothers out there in the world. I want to wish you a big happy Mother's Day. So if you can hear me loud and clear and hear me that I'm wishing you a big happy Mother's Day, put yes in the comments below so I know that you guys can hear me. Women can hear me. And just let me know that you guys can hear me, because I want to come to you guys with a little word this morning about nurturing and how it relates to internet marketing. As you guys know, I leverage my social media here for all my marketing businesses and my entrepreneurial efforts online. So I want to relate Mother's Day and what nurturing as a mother means to a newbie child in the internet marketing world, if you will. So you guys are just jumping on now, so say hello down there in the comments and let me know if you have wished your mother a happy Mother's Day yet. Put yes down there in the comments. Lots of happy Mother's Days coming in, but yeah, put happy Mother's Day down in the comments if you have wished your mother a happy Mother's Day, or if you want to just give her a nice public little shout out. Put that down there. I want to see some names. Let me see some names of mothers down there. Give a public shout out down there in the comment to your mother. So my mom's name is Vicky. Of course, I never knew that growing up. As a child, I never knew her name was Vicky. Just kidding. It was always mom, right? It was always mom, mommy, mother, Okasan, because I grew up in Japan, so it was Okasan. That's the Japanese word for mother. Yeah, give your mom a shout out down there in the comments of this live for Mother's Day. Tag her if you want to tag her, but give her a shout out and tell her how much she means to you. Tell her happy Mother's Day on this day that we celebrate mothers. Now, of course, we should be celebrating mothers every single day because they work so hard, especially when we were children. Now, when I was a baby, I was around 11 pounds, so kind of a big baby. So I'm sure that it wasn't easy for my mother in a lot of ways. And growing up, I don't know, I'm not sure if she's never said I was a difficult baby, but I'm sure, knowing how I am today, that I probably needed a little bit of nurturing when I was a child. I probably cried a little bit. So first and foremost, Mom, sorry for giving you such a hassle, but I want to say I appreciate all the nurturing and mothering that you did for me growing up as a little one. So give a shout out to your mom down there in the comments. I want to see those shout outs for your mom in the comments. I want to really recognize the mothers, but then I'm going to relate this to internet marketing. I'm not selling anything on this Facebook Live, obviously. So feel free to share this. Share this on your timeline as well. I want to give all the mothers out there a big shout out, but I want to relate mothering and nurturing to babies. We like to call them newbies. How many of you guys have been a newbie? I was a newbie at one point. Put newbie down in the comments if you currently are a newbie, or you still remember what it was like to be a newbie in the internet marketing world. Alyssa, I'm very sorry to hear that. Definitely extra hugs go out to you for having to celebrate Mother's Day the first time without your mother. So I know that, we should all be very appreciative, of course, while our mothers are around. And I'm very sorry to hear that your mother passed away in March. Everybody's at different stages with their moms in their lives. And obviously that's going to come for all of us at some point as well. So we should all definitely connect and relate with Alyssa's and where she's at right now. So, all right. So if you're a newbie, I want to speak to you. I want to talk to you if you're a newbie, or if you remember what it's like to be a newbie and you are helping and nurturing and mentoring other newbies. I want you guys to pay attention to this. So 2 things here. If you're a newbie, pay attention. Put newbie down in the comment. Pam, yep, definitely recognize newbie. Kenny, you're working it. You're a newbie, but you're in there. I know you're working it. Pam, I know you're working it. So if you're a newbie, kudos to you for being a newbie. You're born. You're into the internet marketing world. You are a newbie. We call them newbies. You're a baby. You're a little one. You're just starting out. Everybody starts out someplace. I started out someplace in the world as a little baby. I'm sure I cried a lot. I'm sure I was a big pain for my mother. And I needed her nurturing, i.e. mentoring, right? I needed her guidance. When I freaked out as a newbie, and I did it, I'm sure, as a baby. I did it as a new internet marketer, online entrepreneur, business owner. I had my moments where I didn't know what to expect, and therefore I freaked out. Crying would be a good word to use there, right? I cried about it. I freaked out. I got upset because I didn't know what to expect. I thought the world was ending. And sometimes, we see little babies and they have moments where they freak out. I see adults that have freak out moments as well too. How many of you guys have ever freaked out about something because you didn't know what was going on? You didn't know why that person was acting that way. You didn't know why that software wasn't working the way that you wanted it to work. How many of you guys, as an adult, have had freak out moments where you just like, oh my gosh, what is going on? You freaked out a little bit. You cried a little bit. Just be real. Let me know in the comments down there if that's you. Several of you are connecting with that and recognizing that. Let me know. Be honest. Have you ever had a moment where you freaked out about something? Like a little baby. I'm not calling us babies, but in the internet marketing world, there are things that are new. Everything's new, really. I mean, a lot of stuff that applies to offline marketing and traditional business doesn't apply to the online marketing world. So if you're just starting out, you're going to have moments where things aren't going to go right and you're going to freak out. It's natural, it's normal, it's what happens. So I want to kind of speak to you guys that have had either recently or in the past a moment where you freaked out and kind of wondered what in the world is going on. Does anybody even care about me? How many of you guys have felt like that? Does anybody even care about me? That's a big one right there. I'm sure a lot of us have felt, does anybody even care about the struggles that I'm going through? And as a child, as a baby, your mom is that person to step in. Maybe it was your father. Maybe you didn't have a mother in the picture and it was your father that did that for you. Today's Mother's Day, so I'm kind of relating it to mothers. But if you had that person in your life that took on that motherly role and said, hey, little baby, little newbie, it's going to be okay. It's all right. What was the first thing what is the first thing a mother does? The first thing a mother does is let the child, the baby, know that it's going to be okay. Get it to stop freaking out. I say it, sorry. The child. Get the baby, the child to stop freaking out, to stop crying. And the only way you can do that, you don't accomplish that by yelling at a baby and saying, stop that, just stop that. That's probably going to make them freak out more. No, you need that nurturing role. You need that person to say it's going to be okay. You're absolutely welcome, David. You need that person that is going to relate to where you're at and not look at you as, oh, why aren't you already successful? Why don't you already have a bunch of leads coming into your business? Why haven't you already made a bunch of money? No, you need someone that's going to recognize that you're brand new, you're starting out, but at least you're trying. You're in there, you're doing it, you're working at it. That's what you need at that moment. I have private conversations inside my Facebook messaging with newbies and babies in the internet marketing world every single day, at least a few times a day, if not way more. There is somebody that reaches out to me or that I reach out to them and I say, hey, I see you struggling in this area. Or they say, Michael, the world is ending. I did this campaign and it didn't go right. The software broke. The lead capture page didn't work out. The lead capture system worked out, but I didn't get any leads. Or I got leads, they didn't convert into sales. I got leads, but then I screwed it up because I said the wrong thing. I mean, everybody when they start out is going to make mistakes, is going to have struggles, is going to have problems. And I just want you guys to recognize that that is normal. It's absolutely normal. It's normal for you to have problems when you're starting out as a newbie in the internet marketing world. It's normal for you to freak out a little bit about it. What's not okay, unfortunately it is the norm, but it's not okay, is to give up at that point. Is to stay in that mode of crying and freaking out and not progressing past it. But it sometimes takes someone like myself or someone else in your life or your business to say, hey, look, no big deal. Oh well, that happened. Let's move on. Let's pick up the pieces and keep pushing forward. Let's not give up. How many of you guys have had people that have said no to you? The big N-O word. How many people, we've all had no said to us a lot. But how many of you have had people that you really thought, like, man, this person should really join me in this opportunity. This is a great business opportunity. You guys should join me. And you go to your friends and your family and the people that you love and care about and trust and that trust you. And what do they tell you? What do they tell you? Do they tell you yes? No, generally, the norm is if you're brand new, they're going to tell you what? They're going to tell you no. Let me hear from some people on here. How many people have heard the word no? You're all excited, you got this great business opportunity, and you go to people that you think would be phenomenal at it. Or you think that they would really get something out of it. Like, man, these people really need some additional income coming into their household. They need this business opportunity. It could really help them generate more income. You're a brand newbie. You're excited. That's cool. You go to them, and what do they tell you? They tell you no, right? And maybe you're told no several times in a row. If that's you, let me know in the comments. Have you been told no? Yeah, exactly, Alberto. A lot of them say, well, let me know once you've made a lot of money. Because not a lot of people pay attention to the baby. They think, oh, that's a baby. They don't know what they're doing. Whatever. But just recognize I was a baby at once, and not just in the physical form where, my mom was taking care of me and nurturing me, and I was a baby. I'm saying in the internet marketing world, I had a lot of people tell me no. Let me see what you've done first, Michael, and then maybe. But I want you guys to look at the word no in a little different light. No means next opportunity. Let me say that again. When you hear the word no, I want you guys to think of the words next opportunity. No means next opportunity. It could mean, and what that means is the next opportunity that you have for them, go back to them again. Because no doesn't mean never. No means next opportunity. It also means next opportunity for you to talk to somebody else, right? So next opportunity, talk to somebody else. Next opportunity means that maybe the next opportunity that you have, because there won't just be one, there will be many. The next opportunity that you have, maybe that one's right for you, them, that said no to you. If they say no to that one, it just means next opportunity. There are always going to be more opportunities to talk to more people about your business, your product, your service that you're offering. So no means next opportunity. It does not mean never. It means next opportunity. So if you're a newbie, you're a baby, and you're hearing the word no a lot, I want you to think no means next opportunity. A lot of people like to say, if they say no, next. It's like, forget them, next. I don't ever like to think that way, because I genuinely think that everybody that is seeking a better life for themselves, wants to better their family's lifestyle, wants to help more people in the world, is always going to be looking for some opportunity that's going to help them leverage their time better. And so if somebody tells me no, I don't just write them off. I don't block them on Facebook. I don't just, delete them from my life. I just look at them and say, okay, they said no. Next opportunity maybe, right? Can we all agree to that one? No means next opportunity. All right, so if you are a newbie, I want to tell you personally that things are going to get better. Things are going to improve if you stick at it. If you don't give up, if you continue to implement the marketing strategies that myself and Online Sales Pro we're all teaching, if you continue to implement the marketing strategies that we teach, it does get better. As a newbie, the smallest rejection can make you want to go cry and hide in a dark corner and think that there's nobody out there that cares about you, that the world is ending. But it's not the case. It just is not the case. So I want to personally let you know that things are going to be okay. You don't have to cry. You don't have to freak out. And it's going to be better. And keep in mind The people that looked like even me, like, oh man, Mansell, he's successful because he has a big list. He's successful because he has a big following on social media. He's successful because he has a big YouTube channel. I didn't at one point. I was a baby at one point. At one point in my career, not too long ago, we're talking a couple years ago, nobody knew who Michael Mansell was. Nobody followed my YouTube channel. I had very few people in my Facebook group. I'm talking 20 about. I think I was struggling to get 20. So everybody is a baby at one point. And you know what? In terms of where I was going and what I was doing, my biggest motivator, my biggest inspiration, my biggest person in my life that was telling me that I would be successful, that I would make it through it, and that really gave me that internal motivation to not quit, was my wife, Lauren. Lauren was that person that was there constantly letting me know, giving me suggestions, giving me ideas. If I would be, because I'd have a freak out moment, like it's just not working. Or I wasn't working it hard enough, she would let me know. She was like, hey, you're good at that. Like, keep going at it. Just because it didn't work yet, like, keep going at it. You're better than how you're operating right now. When I have a freak out moment, she's the one that reminds me, hey, Michael, you're a lot better than the freak out and the crying and the upsetness that you are right now, just because something didn't work out. You're better than that. She's the one that reminded me of that. So she really was that person in my life that nurtured me into a better person, which also then in turn helped me be a better mentor and nurturer to other people in my team group. And that's why to this day, regardless of how big my list is, regardless of how big my social media following is, I always remember that I used to be that person that generated a couple of leads and freaked out when they didn't work out. I generated 3 leads and something didn't work out. I wasn't able to convert them into sales and I freaked out. I started crying, I started complaining, I started getting mad at the people that I was relying on to run my software to help me generate those leads. I freaked out. But I didn't give up. And I stopped freaking out, recognized that freaking out wasn't actually going to solve any problems. It wasn't going to make anything better. And I had Lauren in my ear reminding me like, hey, freaking out is really not going to make anything better. Why don't you look at it this way? Or why don't you try this? So kudos to Lauren for helping me through those times. She still does it to this day. So I'm eternally grateful to Lauren and everything that she's done for me. So big shout out to Lauren, and happy Pooch Mommy Day to Lauren, my wife. She's a phenomenal mother to our 2 dogs and all the dogs that we've had throughout our marriage and relationship. She's just an amazing nurturer and caregiver for people in general, animals. She's just an amazing woman. So big shout out to you, Lauren. I love you very much, and everything that you do for our family. You're an amazing person for us. But as it relates to internet marketing, I just felt like there were some people out there that needed to know, if you're currently freaking out, first and foremost, stop freaking out. There's no way to get around that. You need to stop freaking out, because if you're in a freak out mode, if you're in a crying mode, nobody's really going to listen to you. You're not going to be able to accomplish anything. But use that energy. The only thing that happens when you freak out, have a freak out moment when things in the world are not working out, is you get to release some of that negative energy. You get to release some of that emotion. But go do that in a private place. Don't do it on social media. Don't do it, in a public setting. Maybe freak out a little bit with somebody that you trust, that will help kind of talk you down, help you stop crying. But it's okay, release that energy, but then redirect that energy. A lot of times I will redirect my anger over a situation that didn't go well, my frustration, my freak out energy. I redirect that energy into production. Sometimes I've produced some of the best marketing material when I'm in a position of like, oh man, I've got to do this. I've got to make it happen. I'm going to do this. Or I'm upset that something didn't work out. So it fuels me and it motivates me to go and create something better, something more successful, something that's going to help more people in the online marketing world. So redirect that energy, but stop directing it at people and situations that won't actually improve it. The one thing that I've found is when I freak out at somebody else, generally that other person is not going to be very willing to help me out. How many of you guys relate with that? How many times have we freaked out at the very person who could help us, but we're freaking out at them because we feel like they didn't do something right? I know that's a little off topic, but this whole nother Facebook Live I should probably do on that topic. But just recognize that when you have that moment where you're acting like a little child, that you can just kind of tell yourself like, hey, it's all right, not a big deal, we'll get past this too. Just stop freaking out, calm down, take a couple of deep breaths, maybe 5 or 6 or 10, and then redirect that energy into something productive. Because I can tell you, I can guarantee you that if you redirect that energy into something productive, you will produce something that will help you avoid the situations that you just were freaking out about. That's what I've done in my career. So when I got frustrated about a situation that wasn't going well, I redirected that frustration energy into production, and I produced something, or I connected with the people that could produce something for me that it would help me avoid those pitfalls. And then I went on and took that stuff and I helped my people out. And that's the motherly role that I do with all of the members inside of Team Mansell, inside of my new company, Affiliate Marketing Pros, inside of Online Sales Pro. That's what I try to do, is I try to deliver something, produce something, come up with something, be creative. We're creators. I create something that will help other people avoid the same pitfalls and roadblocks that I ran into, that I freaked out about. And I've seen too many people freak out about something and then they give up. Or they don't give up, but they stall. How many of you guys have stalled? You've been doing something, you've been working at something, but then because something didn't go right, you had your child moment, you freaked out, and then you stalled. Rather than something taking a week to get done, it's taken you a month to get done. What's up, Karen? It's taken you 6 months to get done, which you could have accomplished in 6 days if you hadn't have given up, if you hadn't have freaked out and given up. That's the difference. So if you can control the moments where you freak out or you stop or you're like, this is too hard, I can't do this, this isn't working, you know? I posted one thing on Facebook and nobody's buying my product. That's it. I'm going to go back to, what else I was doing that wasn't working anyway, but I'm going to go back to it because it's comfortable. And then, 6 days later, 6 weeks later, you're like, oh, I should probably try that again, right? That's why everybody is telling you consistency matters, and it absolutely does matter. The more consistent you are with implementing things, not worrying about the no's that come along, which we already went over. No means next opportunity. That's when things will take off for you guys. That's when things will change and transform. So got a little off topic there, but the message that I really wanted to bring to you guys today is that if you're struggling, I am going to take on that motherly role for you in the internet marketing world and say it's going to be okay. Don't freak out. Stop crying. I say that in a loving way. When I say stop crying, I'm saying it in a very loving way. Just know that. But it's true. You got to stop crying in order to have your eyes open and clear enough to be able to see the path that's right in front of you. And I'm here to tell you that we're all in this together. We're all working together. We're all helping each other out, so you're not alone. There's a lot of other babies out there that I'm helping to stop crying and let them know it's going to be okay. But you got to stand back up. You got to go back to work. You've got to keep pushing forward. So don't procrastinate. Don't stall, don't delay, just get back up and keep growing. That's what this whole thing is about. Babies have to grow up. They have to grow, they have to excel, they have to mature, they have to expand their knowledge, they have to learn new things. Some of you guys are not progressing. I'll just be brutally honest with you. Some of you guys are not progressing in your online marketing efforts because you're not willing to learn new things. Now, I know what you're saying, like, well, no, I've tried new things. There's a difference. There is a big difference between trying a new thing and learning a new thing. Some of you guys have tried a new thing, but you gave up. You tried it, it didn't work. You're like, it's not for me. I can't do that. Technology's not my thing. I can't figure that out. I give up. That's trying a new thing. Learning a new thing is where you keep at it. You continue to try. You continue to try. You continue to try, and you try again. That is how you will learn. new things. And before long, it won't be a new thing anymore. That'll be in your toolbox. You'll know how to leverage that tool, and you'll be able to open yourself up to learning another new thing. So if you guys got value out of this today, please share this. Please share this on your walls, and give a shout out to your mother today. Shout out to all the moms out there on Mother's Day. I know it seemed maybe a little bit weird that I bring this marketing topic to you on Mother's Day, but I really was thinking this morning about how we all need a little bit of nurturing in our life. It starts out with our mother when we're babies, or if you didn't have a mother in your life, it was your father. We had somebody in our life as a baby. I can guarantee you, everybody as a baby, even if you were in the foster system, and I was never there, so I can't 100% relate to it, but I can guarantee you that even in the foster system, if you had no mother at all, there was somebody at some point in your life that came along and took on that motherly, nurturing role for you. There just had to be. Everybody at some point in their lives had a nurturing person in their life that helped them get to the next stage, get to the next level. So that's, what we all need to be conscious about. Look at there. There's Alessa's freaked out, stalled, almost a month later logged in to their autoresponder, and they had a bunch of subscribers and leads. No one bought anything, no big deal. Most people don't buy things right away. That's the learning experience. I had to learn that too. I did. I had to learn that. So let me just, because that's something a lot of people go through. They generate leads, but nobody buys, and they think, whoops, that didn't work. Doesn't work. I got a lot of subscribers, nobody bought. Most people don't buy on the first subscribe. That's one thing I had to get past. I was constantly looking at hey, I took that action, where are my results? I took that action, I got some results, where's my money? Right? That's a whole nother Facebook Live that I should probably do, but that's a real topic that real people struggle with. I generated leads, but nobody bought. i.e., it didn't work out, right? That's what a lot of people think. That's what I thought for a long time. But it's stages, it's progression. First step, generate leads. Leads are nothing more than interested parties. They're not buying people yet. They're interested people. When it comes to marketing and sales, it's not some type of, especially starting out. Now, when you get bigger and you rely more on systems and people and processes, you can flip a switch and start generating sales. But there comes a precursor, there's a precursor to that, and that precursor is putting in the work. You're at a stage where a lot of people aren't even at yet. So kudos to you for generating leads. The sales will come if you continue to generate those leads. That's a whole nother marketing education that I'm not going to get into today, but just keep at it. Kudos to you for not freaking out anymore, but keep at it. Keep generating those leads, keep cultivating the list, and you'll start generating sales eventually. So Michael Mansell here. I'm gonna go hang out with Lauren. We've got her mother and father coming over this afternoon. They're gonna hang out, so looking forward to that. But again, shout out to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day, and we will talk to you guys all very soon. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.